Hello, welcome back to the colony with Man of the Antz. We are back in Empires of the Undergrowth, and today I think we're going to go and have a go at doing the other foot again, because I did this back in the early beta launch. I think back in June or July we played it, and since then, if you complete the other foot, you unlock that colony to use in free play, I believe it is. So we're going to go back and do that again, and we'll do it on hard as well. I haven't forgotten about Christmas Spider. We will go back to Christmas Spider, but I'll do that for the next video, which will be out sometime next week before Christmas. So we will come back to him and have another go at doing slightly better than we did. But for now, the other foot. We did it on medium when we did it in the beta, so we'll try hard, although it's been a few months since I played it, so hopefully this will go okay. So if you don't know, other foot is essentially the... I can't go outside yet because I've not unlocked it. But the Formicarium challenge, the last Formicarium challenge that we had, it is that Formicarium challenge, but... Just let me get my ducks in a row. What I'm doing that. But you're playing as the other colony. You're playing as the enemy AI colony, essentially, rather than your lovely friendly colony. Which is why we have these... the unusual going to the left. I suppose that's a little bit unusual, isn't it? Food stores are full, but that's fine. That's expected. So we'll start putting down some workers to start with. Yeah, we'll leave those over there. And as soon as we get one or two of those hatching... Which I suppose they're not going to do because they're not on the nursery colony. So we're off to a cracking start. So this is one where you have a... It's almost like a tug of war, but obviously they'd already had another level called tug of war. But this one, essentially, you have to defeat the enemy colony, but you have to control the center of the map, the bridge between the two Formicariums as well. So that is all opened up. Let's just extend that. We may as well whilst they're there. And then we may as well add that to the first group, seeing as they have now... And here we go outside. See, there's a bit of food there. And at some point soon, they will open up that other side of the Formicarium. I say they, that crafty scientist.
My little ants, you need space to grow. Dig, dig, dig.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I wasn't talking to you.
So we may as well just extend the number of workers we've got, as that's the only other ant we can currently create. I don't remember not having other ants to start with, but that is what we have now.
Yes.
So we'll open up that and put some food tiles down at the entrance here. Obviously for now that's not particularly useful, there's a little bit of food here, but later on that will become a lot more useful for us. So we'll open that up nice and wide.
I think it is time we connected the outworld to the feeder colonies. I want to see how these eruptors respond under pressure.
I will prepare the experiment.
I'm sure you will. I'm sure you will, you horrible individual.
Let's begin with a small threat.
Connecting the Fusca colony now.
No, of course you are.
10 through to start with.
Where are they going to come from? Where are they going to come from? Oh no, he's doing it on the other side, isn't he? He's talking to the other colony, yes.
Good.
They have to fight off other ants within their outworld before they come to us.
More than 30 ants at once, though. We don't want to harm the queen.
No, but he will because he's a tricky little bugger. Right, so we have a full 19 of those now. Suppose we should start upgrading those. Oh, there we go. We do have some enemies incoming.
Seeing 40 arrival of Reptor ants.
So let's start upgrading these. I wouldn't normally upgrade workers, but it's all we have for the minute. And as they are being forced to fight something, we probably should. There's a little bit of food up there if you want to go grab that. In fact, this food here is actually closer, so go grab that first. Speed is of the essence and all that. We'll chuck a few upgrades in on our food storage as well. Nope, that's what I wanted. So that's all of that. So we'll send them down here now. Oh, we have to get workers to the tube. Oh, we have to... Completely forgotten how this worked, apparently. So we're going to need 40 workers. So we're going to need to get some more built over here. So I definitely shouldn't have done those upgrades. Definitely shouldn't have done that. Hopefully I'll have enough food to actually make 40. So I think what I'll do is I'll make another little... But we do have room to do a full 19 behind her, don't we? So we'll do that. So we will just about have enough to do 40 workers. We'll add them to there. And we'll start them building. Yeah, apologies. I'm sure many of you were probably shouting at your screens that I was ignoring the objective. But that should give us our full 40 then. Doesn't mean we can't build more over here, of course. Of course we can. But for now, let's get them in there. Because I'm not sure what else the game is going to ask us to do. So let's just make sure we've got enough space to do a path through there if we need to build something up there. Then we would have 19 there, but in fact that can actually go a bit lower, can't it? It could go there. Okay, so let's bring that down to 7. Start that digging through. Do the same thing over here. Which will be there. Just digging through. Right, so now we have army ants unlocked. So we'll start to make some army ants over here. We have more food, so we'll start to move them over there. In fact, what I'll do is I'll add them over like that. We'll just put our barrier wall in there just so we know where we're going to go next. And I think that would be the next one, wouldn't it? Would be able to... No. Clown.
What about a combination of a raptor and Fusca? Let's start with 20 of each.
So we get 20 workers to the tube, but we have those pesky tiny whip spiders around, so we'll start off by getting some of our army ants down. Practice a bit more of a force. Now, which ones are the upgraded ones? The ones are the upgraded force, so we shall add them to that group. And we've got a bit of extra food, so we'll... yeah, that would be the next one. And that would be the next one. Just so we're prepared. Just so we're prepared. I was going to say we don't want to build too many, but I've immediately gone a bit too far. But that's fine. We'll see how we go. So I've sent them over here because this one's got into a fight anyway. I've liked our army ants to be available before we fought them, but hey-ho. I want to try and... I was trying not to aggro that one over there, but we did. That's fine. That's fine. We've got a few army ants involved, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. And that'll give us about 100 food as well. We'll have to replace the few ants that we lost, but that's not too much of a problem. And then we'll send the 2s up to the tube. So it kind of lulls you into a false sense of security because you think that you've got time to prepare and time to set up, but you're basically bottlenecked by the food you're getting in anyway. Let's pull everyone back, assuming we've got enough workers, or we don't, sorry. Off you go. That's given us a little bit of food, and we're still waiting for 2 of the army ants to hatch. So that'll cost us, what do they cost to hatch? 3? 3 food, yes. You're not actually going in the tube, are you? There we go. Right, let's pull everyone back.
An unconventional defense, yet highly effective.
And we'll wait to see what happens. I'm assuming some food will come down momentarily. There it is.
Some seeds on the surface for my succeeding eruptors. Gather them quickly.
Is that food down there or something on my screen?
Colony's ability to withstand such
It's just something on my screen. It looked like a little bit of food on the map.
I wonder, how will they handle a sustained flow of aggressors?
Right, here we go. Here we go. So at this point, I'm going to add all of the workers into that group. We'll bring the ones over here to fight. We shall turn off. So in fact, I might add those. No, I'll leave them. We'll turn off the food gather and the attack for the workers, so that they actually focus on going up the tube. And we'll see how we go with keep. We've got quite a lot of food in stock, and the ones will be gathering the woodlouse food whilst they're there as well. If needs be, we'll in fact, come back a little bit, guys, because we've kept the tube fully stocked up. What we don't want to do is just lose workers and have to hatch them for no reason, which is what we're currently doing. So we'll pull everyone back. So in fact, I'll add that back to there. Well, I'm going to turn their attack on. We'll turn their food gathering off.
The devil's coach horse.
There's a little bit of seed down there. We've got quite a lot of food, so I'm going to get some more army ants built. In fact, I'm going to max them out.
I seem to have dropped my beetles. I hope they don't harm the little ants.
So the twos are going to turn their attack and gather off and send them straight to that tube. Just so we can get a few in there to keep that up. And then the ones will deal with this.
Perhaps that's enough for now.
Let's leave the ones going for the food, actually. We've got lots of food come down now, look.
Excellent defense against 20, 25, and even 30 Fuska ants.
So let's bash in just as many upgrades as we can afford for the minute.
What a fantastic suggestion.
Slave makers have been unlocked. Not my favourite ant. And I'm not sure they'll be the most useful.
Now that they have experienced,
But as we have
I
them,
expect to see a significant rise in the number.
and we are attacking an enemy colony, we may as well let's add that guy to the nursery group, because we'll probably expand that to make it an additional nursery group. That's what we'll do there.
And for what comes next, collect it quickly. Faster, faster.
Alright, chill out, I'm working on it, I'm working on it. So I don't know what they're like in terms of, I don't really know much about the slave makers, to be honest. I don't think they're very good for much. But then is that not very good when you have other ants aside from army ant workers? We'll focus on the army ants, I think. I think we'll focus on the army ants. And upgrading the army ants, I should say. So send the ones down there, because it looks like... Oh, have I still got the twos food gather off? Oh, I do. They've just done nothing this entire time. Okay.
Maybe we'll just add a few Formicarium.
The twos will hold back, as they are the weaker of the ants. I'm going to leave the workers in this attack group, though. Oh, food stores are full. Look at that. Look at that.
Does need to exercise.
So the 2s have got their attack off, so I'm actually going to send them across to try and get to the food if they can. Otherwise they'll just act as a little bit of cannon fodder. Alright, let's get some more level 3s there. Good, good, good. I might turn the food gather off for the first group. So we have an attack group and a food gathering group.
A new challenger has entered the arena.
Food stores are full. Oh dear, oh dear. We are quickly leveling these up quite nicely though. Well, they've actually absolutely decimated our forces, these 3. Do I turn the attack on for the 2s? No, no I'm not. We'll leave that as it is, I think. We're doing okay. Yeah, we're doing okay. In fact, the 2s focus on going back there, because I just noticed there's some seed being dropped back there. I was about to turn the food gather on for the 1s, and I'm very glad I didn't. So I think this is going to probably do quite a lot of damage to us in the first instance as well. Might need a second wave to come out. We killed one of the little ones. And the big one's down to about half health. That's not bad at all. Not bad at all. There's still a little bit of food back there, but there's a lot of food over here. We need to try and keep these away from the nest. So let's send everyone over there. We'll finish upgrading these over here. Put some speed tiles down. I think we will put some speed tiles down, actually. I don't normally worry too much. We've got so many ants having to run back and forth. I think I will in this instance. So the 2s are going to be entirely useless there, so we'll pull the 2s back. You're the 2s there, are you? That's why you're running away? So we should have a number of 1s on their way. Might need to think about extending this nursery group. So something's died there. Things like the smaller spiders, yes. Could really do with these guys, but they're not... There's not enough eggs there, is there? I'm just going to put everyone into the... Oh dear. Might be a bit late for that. Might be a little bit late for that. So we were okay for food. They are putting down... We are getting lots of eggs down, actually. It's not the best situation to be in, we'll be honest. But it's also not the worst situation. Because they're holding the spider off there, they're getting loads of eggs out, which is actually working out not too bad for us. So let's, whilst it's a little quiet, and I think we're pretty much going to be fine with food, yeah, let's just get all of that built so we can get a much larger nursery group going. Oh, the 1s are told to go out there, so they've actually got stuck out there. And then...
Seems to have made significant progress. Perhaps it is time we began phase 2 of the trial.
Agreed. I will prepare.
Let's get the food gather on and get everyone out here gathering this food up. So we've got a brief window of respite until that opens up.
I see they haven't lost their potency. Now let's try the Formicarium ants.
The Rufa will be more aggressive. Our Ereptors will need to put up a strong defense. Adding 20 Rufa ants.
So is that not coming through here? Is that just being dumped in the nest somewhere? Oh, food stores are full. I was not expecting that. We haven't had any extra ants come in, so we'll extend the slave makers. Let's add one of those to the food gathering group to try and make sure. In fact, no, we'll add all of them to the food gathering groups, I think. Oh, we just have had more. We just had our trap jaws come in. Lovely. Love us a trap jaw. So I will immediately abandon the slave makers in favour of the trap jaws. Seems like there's lots of food out there still, so I'm just going to not worry too much about storing food up and just use it as it comes in. We still got there, and we do still have the food gather off. Silly, silly, silly. Silly, silly, silly.
Continue the experiment as before, but don't push the colony too hard.
Of course not. That would be irresponsible.
So we've still got a little window of respite.
Introducing
Oh.
40 roofer ants. Excellent defense.
So we have a full 19 trapdoors. Actually, make sure we add them to the attack group, shall we?
Now, let's see how they handle the roofer and the Fusca invaders. We will
So
start
we're almost full of food again, so we'll go straight to upgrading the trap jaws. In fact, can we upgrade a few of these food tiles? And now that we have upgraded everything, we'll turn the food gather... Oh, no we won't. No we won't. Well, in case you're not aware, Slug Disco started releasing the soundtrack to the game on their YouTube page. I was just thinking, I'm loving this music. Hello! Right, let's pull the 2s back. In fact, let's do that. And we'll turn their... Oh, no, we'll turn their food gather off. I like that this one's hanging back a bit. That's really helped us out quite nicely. There's a little bit of food down there, so I'm actually going to stick one of those groups down there to go and gather that food for us. And I'm going to turn the food gather for the ones on, so they actually gather that food there. Let's upgrade the food stores a bit more. Get our first level 3 trap jaw going. It's got a good amount of food. We probably want to look at keeping a little bit of a store in place, though. We are running out of areas to build more... Yeah, 'cause you can't fit a full 19 in there, can you? Oh, you can, actually. And that's quite far from the Queen, but it would be the most space-effective use. So let's pull the 1s and the 2s back for the moment. In fact, we'll just stick the 2s back in there, I think. And we will turn off the attack and the food gather for the nursery group, just in case anything does get inside. So how are we doing here? If I can get, yeah, another level 3 in there. That's a bit frustrating. If we do that, we can get both of those. I wouldn't want to go below 500 food, really, if we can help it. Ooh, let's do... In fact, no, yeah, let's do that. I'll also do that, so they actually have a faster route out. So just build a whole little network, right? Where would the next 19 be? We don't need to worry about And we'd go there. Might as well have them doing something whilst we're waiting, right? And that is the right group, yes. I mean, if nothing's going to happen, I'll just keep... I'm definitely not going to need all of these, but... if they're going to be there, we might as well use them. Sorry, if we're going to have some time to ourselves, we might as well get digging. We have lots of space. Oh god, get workers to the tube. Oh my word, I'm so sorry, everyone. So sorry. So we shall use our cheap workers, as in the ones which haven't been upgraded. Well, we've got a nice little chance to expand our nest a bit. That's something. Could we fit another? No, I don't think we could we? No. We could get another 7 in there, though. Let's bring the 2s back and then also change them over. Might as well, yeah, the ones have still got their food gathering on, so we'll go and gather some food. And then we shall upgrade some more of our trap jaws. Again, we're not going to need this, but just in case. Can't fit another one down there, unfortunately. A little bit more food there, if you wouldn't mind getting that.
I wonder how long they would survive against a sustained flow from all 3 colonies. Let's see.
Right, so now we're going to need to do something like that. So let's stick 2 groups of those in there. But I want to keep those as workers. They are getting through, which is perfect. I'm going to leave the ones food gathering on, because I don't know if anything else is going to gather food otherwise.
Tiger Beetle has joined the fray.
So in fact what I might do then is send the 3s, have a 3rd group coming down here to gather food. Maybe we'll turn the ones food gather off. Let's upgrade some more of the trap jaws.
And another. Oh no, 3 tiger beetles.
We still have some workers trickling through, keeping that supplied. If we drop down too low, we'd have to think about putting an extra worker group in the supply group and turn the attack off of the 3rd group.
Good work, my little lads. But what's this? 1, 2, 3, 9.
So I'm going to pull them back so their forces won't be so split. But we really need them to come out pretty quickly. Just thinking we should open up that one so it gets a faster route back to the Queen, shouldn't we? Because, oh, okay, we did it. Okay, I was just about to say our worker numbers were getting a little low there.
Victory to the Raptor.
What's going on here?
Yes, the Antz performed excellently against the Roofer. They just stayed.
So the 3s could come over here and start gathering this food, and as soon as the 1s are done...
I think that's enough for now. We don't want to overstress them.
Agreed.
So our numbers are okay, so we don't need to worry about increasing the nursery numbers to get the eggs out. So as soon as these pesky spiders are deaded, We should turn food gathering on for everyone. Send the 3s down here to gather some of that. Let's upgrade some more of these bad boys. What I could do with putting speed tiles at the entrance to the nest, couldn't I? Oh, I suppose not that one. Just in case we do end up making more.
Continue to watch over the Formicarium. Additional experiments will be on hold for the time being.
I understand. No more tests.
Oh. So there's lots of food there, and we're actually... I think we fully upgraded the trap drawers, didn't we? Yeah, so let's work on getting some more of the slave makers down. What I might also do actually is just increase the size of the food store a wee bit. At some point, perhaps, who knows? In the meantime, let's get some more of the slave makers down. Because we didn't fully upgrade our army ants. That is our army ants, isn't it? Yes. Okay, we should finish those off. We need another speed tile there. Oh, hello. Hello.
Raptors can't hurt.
Just going to stick those all back in the nursery group and pull the ones back to the front lines. Let's upgrade some of these food stores a bit more. There is still some food up there as well. So let's grab...
It'd be unfair to help the colony out. Perhaps. But I'm feeling generous. Collect
some of those workers coming out, getting some of the food. The ones we'll send up there. I guess we'll start upgrading some of the slave makers then. We have fully upgraded the trap jaws, fully upgraded the army ants. So yes, we'll work on those. If the ones have finished gathering all that food, I'm actually going to turn their food gathering off and pull them back to the entrance of the nest. The 3s, or the 2s are down there, but the food gatherings are off because I'm getting myself all confused now. So I'm going to put the 3s back to default so I know where they are.
delicious beetle larvae.
There's a lot of beetle larvae. We also have a lot of food, so let's look at getting some more of these upgraded. And then we'll immediately turn their food gathering on. Which is going to give us quite a healthy boost to our food in a very short time, I imagine. And then they're sending some trapjaw ants against us, which aren't going to increase our food supplies, obviously. But we should hopefully have enough ants to deal with them. We'll add all of those back to the nursery group just to make sure we have enough eggs going around. Just make that route a little quicker as well. Don't need to make all of that up there. And they've destroyed everyone, so let's pull them back a little bit. Let's upgrade some more of the slave makers.
Burrowing, burrowing, tunneling, tunneling, chomping, chomping.
Ah, okay, yes, we're getting some crickets coming in, look. So how are we going to handle these? Because they're all over the shop. Well, the 2s we're going to send outside to get some food. And I think we'll just sort of wait for them to come to the queen. I think that's probably going to be the best thing. Not the 2s. The 2s stay outside. So there's a couple in there as well. So they'll make their way here eventually. But it looks like we're going to be okay to get rid of those first. And then head in there. Perfect. In fact, our food stores have done very well out of that.
Anything coming from those jars were 1,000,000 to 1, they said.
Oh, hello. Assuming they are all dead, they are all dead. And these are all nicely cornered as well, so they don't have very far to run away, which is perfect. That's the most frustrating thing with these, when they scatter and run away and I'm just chasing them across the map. There's a little bit of food left there for the 2s to go grab, but not too much. Then we'll add them back to the nursery group. And the 1s are still food gathering, so they're picking up the food as they go as well. I'll just get a few more upgrades down here, just because we can.
The Antz have come to forage, but they are not welcome here.
So we'll try and meet those head on, just to stop them getting into the nest. It would be nice if we could have got just a little bit further out, so we could surround them a bit, but here's what it is. Here's what it is. Ideally I would like to pull them back from there really, but I think our losses would be so high pulling back. I don't know whether it's... I might have to, Let's pull everyone back into the entrance, and actually let's open up the entrance a bit. Let's let them come in, so then we can surround them as well, because they were kind of just surrounding us then. Yeah, that's working a lot better. It's working a lot better. So upgrades wise, we have a few of those to do, but we're down to about 600 food.
Deadly beetles.
There are some powerful deadly beetles coming, but I don't know that I'm actually going to make it out in a sensible amount of time. So we'll wait for them to come to us. That's fine. We can properly surround them. You see our food stores are trickling down a bit whilst we take the losses, but we are going to get a lot of food from this at the end of this, so that's not too bad. Let's open up that so they can get out quicker from there.
Where did it go?
Oh, hello. Pull everyone back to the queen. Pull everyone back to the queen.
Queen, I'm not finished with you yet.
Turn their food gathering off. So did she take any damage? I think maybe just a tiny little sliver, So we'll turn their food gathering back on. And we'll also get a second group coming over here to get this food as well. In fact, I might get that as a third group going out there for the seeds. Although they're going to gather that first anyway, so it's sort of irrelevant. And there's a lot of food there, so let's look at getting these upgraded. I'd really like to get them to give us a range dance at some point soon. That'd be lovely. I'm about to run out of food. Oh, hello. Right, so let's
On the march. Send them back.
pull those all back, get rid of their food gathering. They're going to make it into the nest, but they're already gathered in the right place, so that's perfect. They might as well just upgrade these whilst they're there. Yeah, see, that works nicely, doesn't it? In fact, I might build some speed tiles down there. No, in fact, we don't want to do that, because then they'll go over the... Army Ant Majors have unlocked. Right. Let's start building some Majors. That is pretty much... I was going to say that's all we can really build for now, but that's not actually the case, because there is so much food out here. So let's start them gathering from all of those areas as fast as we can, please, if you don't mind. And then the majors we will open up there as well to get them a faster route out. We'll have to build speed tiles. I think I'm just going to do it there for now. Because they're 150, 130, 170. Oof. Oh, have I still got there?
Perhaps a praying mantis.
Silly, 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 silly. So turn your food gatherer off again. You guys still go out and do that. We've got most of the food we're going to get, really. There's a little bit around, but we're going to definitely need to move some back to the nursery group because they're about to get hammered. And as soon as I see them pick up that last food, I'll add them to the nursery group as well, because in fact our numbers are okay. They're not going down too heavily. But just to be safe, and they're all dead. So let's turn the food gathering on for the ones. Let's turn the food gathering off for the ones.
They all want to bite her. It's really nice to see.
And let's bring out what I'm going to call our primary food gatherers to try and grab some of this food right in front while we're holding these whip spiders off. Although we're about to lose that ground. They might just still be... Yeah, I can see them there. As long as they don't start disappearing in the jaws of the whip spiders, we'll be okay. This is a tough fight because everyone's just getting... Right, I think what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to pull everyone back then. I'm going to let those crickets come to us. I don't think the whip spiders can get down here. Well, they can. They totally can. At least we're fighting on our own territory now. I was kind of hoping the whip spiders wouldn't make it down, to be honest. Because this is destroying our food sources. Look at this, our food is about to disappear. We had lots of food as well. We had lots and lots of food. And it's gone. It's gone. Ha!
Big whip spider.
And he's just chucked a giant whip spider at us as well. Well, I don't think we're going to survive this, are we? Tricky. So you need to store, because I had what, about 1,000 food at the beginning of that, I think? I suppose I did the army mages though, didn't I? But there's a lot left, so you probably need about 15, at least 1,000, if not 1,500 food. We've got Royal Guard though, that's nice. Can we see the Royal Guard? Or we can just see the Queen getting... We can just see the Queen getting mullered, really, can't we? Well, we can see the Royal Guard. I can see them now, look. But really, it's just a chaotic mess of cricket faces. Look at that. Okay, well... They're doing alright, the Royal Guard, actually. They're taking out quite a lot. I mean, there's not going to be enough to survive, is it? I don't think, but... They've not done bad. There's what, 4 things they've killed around here. I think they're focusing on taking out all of the workers now, who are... We must have got a little bit of food left. We've unhatched a few slave makers. Unhatched? Hatched a few slave makers, even.
Weak and confused. But we should start again. With a healthier colony.
Very well. Purge the Formicarium.
Yeah, that got super, super brutal towards the end. Super, super brutal. So it was probably a little late in the day to start another one of those now, just as in it's been about 40 minutes already, so it'd be like an hour and a half video if I did it again. So we'll leave that there, but I will come back and try and do that on hard. It does seem interesting. It's not quite as I remember. I'm not saying it's changed, but I'm just saying my memory of it was wrong. I thought we were pretty much going straight into the attack against the enemy colony, but there's a lot of build up to it, and that in particular, that section there, that's quite tricky because there's a lot of area of effect tax. Have I got a bunch of ants over there, but they're not? Oh. So I was hatching ants because the workers were gathering food as they were dying around the queen, but then the ants weren't being brought into the fight. I don't think it would have been anywhere near enough to deal with it, but it would have helped. It would have helped, definitely. So we definitely should have pulled... Maybe when we came back... No, we don't want to pull everyone back to the queen. You want to leave the space for the... for the nursery ants to move the eggs around, don't you? Interesting. Cool. So we'll give that a go. Next time I'll do another crack at the Christmas hungry spider. There's a few tips left in the comments previously, so I'll see how I go with that. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, do hit the like button. Always appreciated. Comment, subscribe, all those good things. And I will see you next time for some hungry spider just before Christmas. And as always, thank you very much for joining me.